I'm sitting over here talking. Check anyways. Just.
It was great. I look other than. I'm just here so it won't get.
So I can make sure your mics are good.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, how dare you? What'd you have for breakfast?
Biscuit.
If this thing would load, I'd be able to check your.
That they are.
Okay. You're on a buffer right in the middle of me checking the audio.
That they are.
Okay, cool. I hear you. So it always doesn't hurt to check.
That is true.
Especially before the. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, well they are currently starting qualifying right now. Do you have a stream up?
I can. Give me a minute.
That way we keep track of how many laps to go and all that good stuff. Now's the time to go get your beverages, go to the bathroom, get your little salty snack. You're still qualifying?
Yeah.
Cool. If you cut the volume off that, and if you don't mind just leaving that up, and then that way during the stages we can get a lap count.
Alright. Shit.
In fact, let me go ahead and plug in my phone so I can keep checking the comments as the race goes on. Alright. Can you check and see how many laps I got left in qualifying?
Yeah, I will when it comes back. Oh, they had 3.
3 more to go. Joe, all of our playoff drivers are locked in. Unfortunately, no drama here tonight. Actually, I'm going to pull up your official 8. That way I don't lie to you. I should have already had that pulled up. Huh?
GIs.
Yeah, we should.
That's alright.
Hey, but we're not professionals, though.
Yeah, I don't get paid. Alright, so we got Captain Kill'em. You already heard. TK27 Kelvin, aka Kevin 1.0. Lieutenant Crunch, Gator Mike, Wasted, Keenitz, and Mr. Williams. That's going to be your official 8 in the playoffs. Unfortunately, the guys that were battling for playoff spots are not racing tonight, which on points are going to go ahead and eliminate them from the playoff contention. This is the last race before the playoff starts. I guess I'll introduce you once we start going. Are they done with qualifying yet?
No, they're on the last lap.
Okay, cool. So we're pretty close here. Pretty close. Now's the last time to go crack yourself a beer. Or other kid-friendly beverages if you're under 21.
I'm over 21.
Whoa. A little bit of that beer went down the wrong hole. That's a good way to go, though, right?
Yes, sir.
How did Avenge die? He got drowned by beer. Oh, man. Alright, what we got?
They just finished up the qualifying.
Cool. So, assuming they don't pause the lobby and wait for some folks to join, we're about a minute to 2 minutes away from green flag racing. We got J-Mons in the lobby, making sure that we know that he's watching. new to the league. Great having them in here. Definitely a good addition to the league, that's for sure. We come in there and beat up on you Xfinity guys.
Oh, yeah. Heck, he just needs to beat up on Max Boost.
I don't know if anybody could beat up on Max Boost. Oh, all right. Can you tell us the starting order or first couple?
No.
All right, so, but we know Shadowhawk's on the pole.
Captain Kilden starting third, and Shadowhawk's starting on the pole. That's all I saw.
Okay. Shadowhawk's one of those fast guys. He just kind of joined the league a little bit late, and just wasn't enough opportunities for him to rack up the points.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Williams starting P2.
Yeah, but the thing's paused, so I don't want to join it just yet.
Yeah, no, don't join it yet. They'll usually text me and let me know. If you accidentally get into the race, just back out as quick as you can. Or you'll just get
I want to race. I want to race.
That's a pretty quick way to get yourself booted there, Mr. Suspended. I mean probation.
Well, I'm just here so I won't get fined by Gator and the rest of the league.
Sure.
You know, it's part of my punishment.
Oh, is it? Well,
no, I mean I'm just saying that.
I was going to say, well, daggone. Is it still paused, or they got the timer ticking?
Yeah, it's still paused.
Let's see who they're waiting on. We'll jump in that chat. Harris and Keenitz. And Carver. Keenitz is firing up his PlayStation now.
Being qualified 12th. Gator 7th.
Carver's power went out. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and the worst part, he says he has pizza rolls in the air fryer with no power.
Then we're only halfway done.
All right. Alright, so it looks like, and I know we kind of went over it a little bit already, but Shadowhawk's on the pole. Mr. Williams is starting second. Captain Killen starting third. Lieutenant Crunch starting fourth. Jagboy starting fifth. And I don't know who's starting sixth. Who's that?
Joe.
Oh, Joe in sixth.
You already heard.
Gator Mike in seventh. Kevin in eighth. Marksman in ninth. Storm Rooster rounding out your top 10.
And Race is 11th, and Penn is 12th.
Yep.
That's all I see.
Oh, Carver is out. The power company is anticipating having power back by 11:30 tonight.
A little rain delay won't hurt.
Well, we ain't delaying this thing till 11:30, that's for sure. So Carver's out. He was originally in. Now I believe they're only waiting on Keenitz, which is he has started his PlayStation up. So do we know if that timer is ticking off or?
It's still on pause.
It is still on pause. Okay.
I mean, I guess they're going to win until 9 o'clock. I don't know. Good enough for me.
I hope it started by 9.
$150 laps.
Wow. That's a good amount of laps.
Yeah. And man, now, 100 was too long last night for a tight race car.
Y'all had 100 laps last night?
Yeah.
And you said how many tonight?
150.
Oh my goodness. I thought you said 250 in my head for whatever reason. I was like, whoa, that's a big difference. Alright. Is that clock ticking yet?
Negative.
Oh my goodness, we gotta get this thing on the road.
And the track drying continues.
Such a buzzkill.
Oh yes. All right, the timer's finally going. They had 33 seconds left.
All right, so we're in business now. And
Drivers
usually
to their cars, strapped in.
There you go. And usually the stream's a little bit far behind, so I feel like we're pretty close to being able to load in. Usually they'll send me a message. I haven't got one yet.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just going off of what the Joe says stream is.
Alright, are they done? Are they in there?
They're still on the... Yeah, now they are. They're on the loading.
Alright, so we could join in? Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're going to go straight into loading in. I've already called in the starting lineup. Shadowhawk starting on the pole. Mr. Williams coming in P2. Captain Killam P3. I think Joe was P4. And I'm not sure who's P5 anymore. But here we go. Alright, the last race before the playoffs. And we are going to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Foxwoods Resort and Casino 301. As always, I'm Avenged up here in the booth for this North American eRacing Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race. And tonight, I am joined by a special guest, Steve-O. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. I can't wait to see these Cup guys put on a show for us. But
all right, well, we join the action already in progress as your pole winner, Shadowhawk, is getting a lot of competition on the outside by that red and yellow McDonald's Chevrolet Camaro driven by Mr. Williams. Oh, he missed the line there. And they're three wide behind him. The 88 Lieutenant Crunch right in the middle of that, and the 48 of Captain Killam going to make his way through there. Mr. Williams went ahead and backed out of that. Smartly so. You don't really want to come off a corner here, three wide. The Xfinity series will know all about that.
Yeah, well, we made it work though, somewhat.
There was definitely a lot less wrecks than I thought there was going to be. But look here, going to the inside is the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, making a power move past this 18 of Shadowhawk. He's going to try to clear this Toyota Camry coming out of 4, and he does.
He did somewhat.
Oh man, I'm in the wrong view.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so Lieutenant Crutch, he's still there. He had to check up really big to get into that corner, especially on that low line there. He didn't get much of an angle. He's down on the apron there. The 18 should have the run down the backstretch to pull away here. But the 88 showing strong early. He might be a guy to look out for.
And like I feel like the high side is definitely the line to take. Like after experiencing it last night, because like when you get that momentum off that corner, and you can just haul it down the straightaways.
So that's interesting because usually when you think of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, you think it's more of a bottom feeding track. But you're saying there's a pretty good high line here. Yeah,
like you give up a lot, like in the middle. But if you can power it down and clear them off the straightaway.
Now, is that going to be your preferred line when you're in clean air, or is that kind of a last resort type deal?
I mean, that's kind of like a last resort.
Okay, just so still the preferred line is around the bottom here?
Yeah, like I would think. But watching Shadowhawk, he's running that middle high. In the corners.
Well, there goes something to look out for here. Definitely multiple grooves, at least 2 that you could run here. And they're 3 wide coming out of 4. Oh my goodness. They get it all settled out, but the 2 of Kevin on the outside is going to take the brunt of that move as the 88 Lieutenant Crunch is going to make his way past him. And the 1 of You Already Heard lined up to make the pass as well. The 2 of Kevin in the wall, way out of the groove. Now, when you referred to high line, I'm not sure you were talking about that high.
No. I was talking about that third lane. Not all the way up against the wall.
Just a little bit of bumper put to the 88. By You Already Heard. The 88 is going to be able to drive off here and all get sorted out. But don't look now. Here comes the 00 Gator Mike and that pink and yellow machine. He's got his eyes set on Kevin and that 2 machine once he makes short work of that 8 of Wasted.
And Racing gives Gator Mike the position.
And there goes And there goes Kevin on the inside of you already heard. He's going to try to make the pass here, but there's that high lane momentum that you were talking about. You already heard taking advantage of that. He's going to have to run down the front stretch. But Kevin's still holding on. He's not going to be clear down into one. Kevin's got the preferred liner. Gator Mike shoots the gap. Contact made between the 00 and the 1. Now they're good buddies there. That was kind of weird to see.
Yeah. It should be a penalty on Gator.
I'm
just joking.
You want to get suspended a couple races?
No, me never. Can't afford that. I'm in the playoffs.
Yeah, there you go.
The middle is better than the bottom line.
Oh, we got Gar, our faithful viewer. He is tuned in. He has let me know that the middle line is better than the bottom line. And we should listen to Gar. He finished with top 5 last night.
No, he didn't. He finished 6th. I finished 7th.
Oh, man, I thought he finished 5th.
And don't listen to Gar. Gar doesn't know anything.
Well, he's still got stage points, both stages, something you can't say.
Yeah. Well, tight race car. But it doesn't matter where you finish in the stages. It matter at the end of the race.
But when you got stage points. So we got 37 of Marksman already on pit road. It looks like...
off and he had damage.
Okay.
To the front end.
That looked like a really weird exit there, but he was taking it really cautious. And making sure he didn't get in anybody's way. And he's back up to speed now. You got to... Do they have to pit here in stage 1? Do you know?
That's a good question. That I don't know because I don't know what the fuel.
Entry,
I think the tires is going to be more
the
the issue than
momentum.
Fuel. Because this track chews them up.
Now for sure. I'm not sure if he came down and pit because of damage or he was still trying a little bit of strategy here. I guess we'll have to see if the rest of these guys have to pit before this stage 1's over. Let's go up here to
the battle between Crunch and Kevin.
Yeah, I came back up here because Mr. Williams is now in the battle. So we got the 2 of Kevin down on the inside of the 88. They're gonna be side by side going into 1 and 2. I take good camera. Kevin making that bottom lane work. He's gonna pass the 88. I don't think he's gonna clear him. I think the 88's gonna. Oh, he did.
No, he gave him room. I think.
Looky there. So now Kevin's got his sights on that McDonald's Chevrolet Camaro. I'm surprised to see Mr. Williams running this scheme. We had a conversation about a month or so ago. Oh, Kevin in the wall out of 4. He must be a little bit tight. We had a conversation, me and Mr. Williams, about a month or so ago about the McDonald's curse that is in NASCAR. The McDonald's car scheme has not won a NASCAR Cup Series race in like 420 some starts. Like it's insane. It's beyond coincidence at this point. It's a legitimate curse. But maybe he could break that here tonight.
Yeah.
You got Lieutenant Crutch.
Side by side.
Lieutenant Crutch is going to be able to clear him here off of 2. But Mr. Williams is going to try to get this momentum. It's not going to be enough. But Kevin gets that momentum on the high line there. Looks like Mr. Williams is fighting a really loose car right now. And that's not going to be good for the long run.
Yeah.
All right, so our top 2 is pretty much checked away from the field. Currently leading the race is that 18 M&M machine that you see up there, driven by Shadowhawk. Running in second was your regular season point champion. I don't know why that was a tongue tire, but it was. The 48 of Captain Killam. He's currently running second. A very strong season this season. But he's going to roll into the playoffs red hot.
And Crunch is starting to pull away, but the battle is on for 4th. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
All right, let's get back here to the racing action.
Williams, Kevin, Wasted, and Joe.
So Williams in the 42, he's down on the inside. Kevin in that number 2 machine is going to try to make a little bit of momentum on the outside that we were talking about. The 1 of Joe is... Oh, we got a wreck! The leader's around! The 18 of Shadowhawk! Is that not going to be a caution? I think we're still green.
We're still green. It was a single car incident.
Oh my goodness, that's huge for our pole winner and he led every lap to this point. A quick little note, the 12 of OFR 50 is currently on pit road. I'm not sure if that's for strategy or I saw a little bit of damage on his vehicle as well, but Shadowhawk is now running.
Crunch, a little nudge.
Shadowhawk now running second to last. That's going to be a big story to see how that folds out. Now, Shadowhawk is very fast in this series. He's already got a win or 2. He just kind of joined the series a little bit too late, or I would think he would have made the playoffs as well. He just didn't have enough time to accumulate those points. We got a really good battle back here, like you hinted to, between second and fifth. Goodness, they are battling it out back here. And it looks like Lieutenant Crunch is going to try to take that position away from Kevin. I don't know if he's not clear. Oh, Kevin scrapes the wall there a little bit, but he's got Wasted on the inside of him, and Joe is right behind Wasted. I mean, this is a battle between like second and eighth.
Penn and Gator are coming too to join the 10. I don't know who's in the 10 right off.
10 is Jack Boy. I mean, it's still a battle back here between Lieutenant Crunch and Kevin. Now, Kevin has always kind of found his way up to the higher lane of a track. And I talked to him yesterday in the broadcast, and he told me, oh, Lieutenant Crunch got really loose off of there. But Kevin told me that he would not be going to the high line tonight. But, I mean, just about every lap. I mean, there he goes right there with a clean track. Maybe he threw us a little curveball. Maybe he thought some of his competitors were listening.
See, they listened to...
So speaking of the high line, Mr. Mounds says the second line corner entry, third line corner exit is the preferred way to keep momentum around here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Yeah, and then, of course, Gar says, I use the bottom.
It's just way too narrow and too tight to get the car to rotate.
Well, then Gar says, I use the bottom, Steve-O, when you passed me in the last run.
Yeah, and it was the momentum off the corner that got me to fifth.
I was reading the comments. I missed what happened to our number 2 machine. Did you see what happened there?
No.
He got really slow there and got passed by 2 or 3 cars. Now the camera was on him, so our viewers may have seen it. But Mr. Williams currently running second. Mr. Williams currently running second. He needs a strong performance here. Now he's locked into the playoffs, but he needs a strong performance here to gain a little bit of momentum before he heads into the playoffs. He's been having a little bit of bad luck just about all season. So I mean, if he could finish, top 3, top 5 here tonight, that'll be huge for his confidence and momentum. All right, so our camera's currently on OFR 50. Just a reminder, he's come down pit road already. He's a lap down. He is not battling for spots. However, he's right in the middle of it, so I'm going to keep the camera there for a little bit. He should be on fresher tires, but as you saw, the 10 of Jagboy made his way past him. Yeah. Now, Jagboy's an Xfinity regular, Steve-O. Do you have any notes? Oh, my goodness, he slid right in front of Jagboy. You're a lap down, OFR. What are you doing?
And the Crunch got loose off the exit, off of 2. Jagboy, he's a really good competitor. I mean, granted, like, I'm not as good as they are.
Oh, Mr. Williams really loose. Go ahead.
But, like, he does know his way around the racetrack. But these Cup guys are so much better.
He definitely put on a show here just last night in the Xfinity race. I'm a great racing all the way back.
Bring back DJR.
Till the last about 10 laps or so. Then it kind of went to crazy. So here's OFR 50 making the pass on Mr. Williams. Just a reminder, once again, this is not for position. He's already pit. He's on fresher tires. So currently our running order is the 48 of Captain Killam leading the way. The 42, which you see right here in our picture, currently running second. And then third, the Xfinity guy, Jackboy, in that 10 Ford Mustang. He just got into the wall a little bit. He's going to be able to hold up, though. Running fourth, it looks like Wasted. I can't see that far. Is that Wasted? That is Wasted. And running fifth, as you already heard. And running sixth is Lieutenant Crunch. Oh, Doc Shocks wants us to bring back TGR. I guess all FPGM wants to get dominated again.
And a Penn, I don't know, Penn just pulled off the racetrack for some reason.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, let's get back to him. Let's get back to him and see what happens.
He's just coming up to speed. I was just watching it. He just pulled off to the apron for a minute.
No, he's back up to speed. Was he just getting out of the way? Was he right in the middle of the pack or something? Or?
No, like he was in the back, and there's nobody around him.
Maybe his controller died and he had to switch real quick. I don't know. Who knows? Technical difficulties, possibly.
Yeah.
So now we're riding along here with your pole sitter, Shadowhawk24, back here driving in the number 18 Toyota Camry. He, we kind of missed it, but we could tell that he spun out. It was a single car incident. No caution came out, so he fell like a rock as far as positions go. But he's got it collected back. He's still turning fast laps. He's got the 19 of Storm Rooster in his sights here. He's about to pass him. And then Kevin in that number 2 machine who showed some speed here early on. Something happened to Kevin because he kind of dropped off too without wrecking. But Shadowhawk, let's see if Shadowhawk can't make his way back up through the field. Do you still have that stream up? Do we know how many laps to go here in stage 1?
Give me a minute. And Joe's about to come to the line.
No problem.
There's 8 laps left in stage 1.
All right, so that's a little bit delayed. So I'm assuming when they get back to the line, 7, or possibly even 6.
Is pure gold. Good racing, y'all.
Oh, OFR 50 got loose off of 4. And he hit the entry to pit road. He did not go on pit road. He is now going on pit road under his own control. But man, that's one of those impacts that NASCAR in real life does not want to see, a car hitting nose on right where that wall starts. I mean, it stopped OFR 50 in his tracks.
Like it does it on this game. It stops you.
No, for sure it's got to. I'm not sure who this white car is in front of Mr. Williams, but I'm assuming Mr. Williams, who just bounced off the wall, giving up second place to Jackboy, is currently running third. I'm not sure who that white car is up there. All right, so here is your leader, the 48 of Captain Killam. He's currently checked out. That 37 right there that you can see a marksman is a lap down now. He has no competition for this 48. I mean, he's got a good amount on the field. Oh, the 88 got really loose. Oh, he got through the grass, but he's going to be able to save it. No wreck.
Yeah, I could just showed it on Joe's stream. So this and the stream is about 5-10 seconds behind.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. So Shadowhawk has made his way past the 2 of Kevin. Oh, something happened here. Mr. Williams got back by Jackboy while we were looking at something else. So Mr. Williams back to P2. I'm not sure this white car. Let's see if I can't cycle through till I see who this white car is. Oh, the 3 of Keenitz. Is he a lap down or
just falling back? Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But Lieutenant Crunch is falling back too.
So it also looks like OFR 50 has blown a motor.
Ooh.
Oh, LL Pins going really slow, just letting these guys by. But it looks like Doug Yates did not put his best effort into that Ford Mustang motor there, as it blows early here in stage 1.
Yeah, the Fords haven't shown up today or yesterday.
Well, there's not too many Fords in the field, but Jackboy running P3, talking about not showing up. He's in that number 10 Ford Mustang. Currently running P1 is a 48 of Captain Killam. You do not see him on our screen. Running P2 is a 42 of Mr. Williams of that McDonald's Chevrolet Camaro. Running P3 is the number 10 Jackboy in that Shazam Ford Mustang. Running 4th is not Keenitz or Penn. I'm not sure who it is. Is it Crunch? No. It's Wasted.
No.
Running 5th is Gator.
6th is Joe. 7th is Crunch. 8th should be Shadow Hawk.
Yep.
9th is maybe Kevin.
Kevin, I believe so. Thanks 704 Games for not giving us a running order up here, so I do appreciate that if you're watching. All right, we should be getting down to it, huh? Is this the last lap here, or maybe 2?
I don't know. I can tell you in a second.
Okay.
And they're on their final lap.
Oh, they're on the final lap here.
So
Mr. Williams got super loose down the backstretch. Looks like Jackboy gave him a little bit of a break there. He may have been able to come up here and take away P2. But here comes Mr. Williams. This is going to be, and it's a drag race to the line, but Mr. Williams is going to take it. This is going to be Mr. Williams.
Whipped it, I think, to let him have it.
This is going to be Mr. Williams' first stage points of the season. Think about that for a second. He's won a race. No stage points until right now. The last race of the regular season. And he collects his first stage points.
Top 5 was Killam. Williams, Jackboy, Wasted, and you already heard.
Well, there you go. Now the regular season's already pretty much over. I don't even think we have a battle between the top three who gets extra points. But, you know, adding to the regular season point total, and Captain Killam adding an extra playoff point to his total is already large total.
And Pin gets a free pass.
All right, so Pin back on lead lap, FBGM driver. So
well,
while
he's
we're
on
on,
Ford Mustang, so he's not really a part of it today.
well, no,
Just throwing that out there. But
So-
I know what you're saying.
so we got on here Max Boost. He's watching. Welcome, Max Boost. Glad to have you. New Hampshire is pure gold. Good racing, y'all. Well, we appreciate that, Max Boost. New Hampshire has definitely improved a lot over Heat 3, that's for sure. It's become a fun track again. All right, so we're going back green here. Start stage 2. The 48 of Captain Killam leads the way, and Joe in that one machine must have pulled off a little bit of strategy. He's restarting P2. Jackboy currently starting to P3, and Mr. Williams starting on the outside P4. They are side by side here going through 1 and 2, and Captain Killam is going to be able to clear that one machine, and he's going to try to set sail on the field. And we got a real big battle here for P3. Mr. Williams currently fighting off Jackboy and Gator Mike. It looks like Mr. Williams is going to be able to clear both of them still off of 4.
Nope.
He got really tight.
3 wide. Okay.
So there goes Lieutenant Crunch taking advantage of that. Mr. Williams got really tight in the middle of that corner, it seems. They're still side-by-side racing back here. Oh, my goodness. What action that we have here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Jackboy messed up. He's in the wall. He's letting the whole field pass. I'm not sure what happened there, but he was right in the wall. So the one of you already heard, the FBGM Godfather currently leading the race here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get to the... Oh, he barely kept it off the wall.
And Larry Max announcing.
There you go. He did lead a lap. So that's the first lap that Captain Killam did not lead here tonight. Well, no, I'm sorry. I am way wrong. Shadowhawk led the first 15 to 20 laps. Then Captain Killam took over from there. But here comes Joe. Joe showing that he is a real contender here tonight. And Mr. Williams still hanging tough. He finished P2 in Stage 1, currently running P3. The 88 Lieutenant Crunch showed that he had a really good short-run car. He's hanging with these guys. And Gator Mike trying to take away P5. And you're right. There's the 48. He retook the lead.
But Joe is hanging tough on the outside, though. Oh, and then he cleared.
Oh, a lot of cars in the wall back here. Oh, we're going to have contact. How did the 18 keep it out of the inside wall back there? Oh, my goodness.
0 agree.
Here comes the 19 of Storm Rooster. He's going to try to make his way underneath the 00 of Gator Mike. I'm not exactly sure what position this is in, maybe 5th or 6th. But that'll be big for Storm Rooster. Is Storm Rooster still on the lead lap, do you know, from the stream?
He is.
No, so there goes Storm Rooster. Now, he was having a little bit of medical conditions here early on in the season. Now, he took some time off, went and saw the doctor. He's having a little bit of vertigo. It looks like it's fixed. He's back. And he's showing these guys that he belongs up here in the Cup Series.
And Wasted took over 3rd place from Mr. Williams.
A bunch of Chevrolet Camaros up here battling as the LL Pin and that Ford Mustang rolls off of pit road now. He's going to make sure that everybody has gone by him before he merges back up on the track. And this is a tricky pit exit here because on the racing surface, you can use that apron on the corner exit of turn 2. So if you're not careful and a car is sitting there trying to merge off a pit road, you might make contact there as Mr. Williams takes back P3 away from Wasted.
Looks like the front 2 have checked out.
For sure, you got to think they're the class. Oh, they had Wasted hard into the wall. The 00 Gator Mike followed him right into the wall. That's so easy to do when you're sitting here driving. Oh, my goodness. What was that?
I don't know, but a Gator must have got hit where he missed his entry. I don't know.
A little bit of share square action there. All right. Back to the race. Looks like the 37 of Marksman.
Coming down.
Looks like the 37 of Marksman also blew a motor here. That JTG Doherty Chevrolet Camaro.
LOL.
It looks like they blow a motor. I'm laughing because I'm looking here in the comments, and besides some folks bragging on me, which I do appreciate you guys, Nate Lewis says, bro, what Gator's doing. I don't know, man. That's up for Gator to explain to us later, I guess.
What just happened there?
We're not sure, Paul. We're not sure. All right, so we're back up here in the top 5. Looks like Captain Killam. Captain Killam is currently your leader. P2 is, you already heard, in that number 1 machine, that Chip Ganassi racing machine. Currently P3, but under fire from the 18 is the 42 of Mr. Williams, also in a Chip Ganassi racing Chevrolet Camaro. Running P4 is your pole winner, the 18 of Shadowhawk. He's got a lot of pressure on this 42. It looks like he's going to try to wait until he makes a mistake, which he may just have.
Like, and to me, it looks like the Jag Boy is holding up the rest of the pack. I don't know, because like this whole field's like all bunched up back here.
Well, there's still about a half a car to a car, well, 2 cars leaks back to that 19, and the 10 actually caught up to these guys in front of him. The Jaguar's very talented. I mean, he's showing that he belongs with these guys up here. The 18 makes his way past the 42. The 42 with the crossover. They're side by side coming off of 2, and here comes Jagboy. They're 3 wide down the backstretch. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Williams got a little bit loose there, and they're still 3 wide. The 19 of Storm Rooster shot the gap. And they're 3 wide into 3 and 4. Mr. Williams sticking his nose in there. I thought he's going to try to make it 4 wide. And the 10 of Jagboy is the one that comes out on top there. Now, he's still side by side with the 19, but my goodness, did he pick up some positions. And now he clears them as the 19 of Storm Rooster is out of the line, and the 18 is going to take that spot away from him. So Jagboy in that number 10 Ford Mustang currently running P3.
Gepic.
42 of Mr. Williams is going to try to make it past Storm Rooster back here. Just a little bit of contact. Now, he was loose there in stage 1. He may have overcorrected his car down pit road there. We'll look to see if maybe he goes back on that adjustment at the end of this stage break.
What a move.
Let's get back here in this pack. Oh, the 32 and the 8 makes their way past the 19. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the 19, but he's going to battle back here. He's side by side with the 8. Oh, the 18 got really loose on the apron. He's going to fall back to the back again. The 18, he's so fast. If he could just quit making mistakes around here, put his line down consistently, he has a shot to win this race. But in stage 1, he messed up on his own. And in stage 2, not as bad, a little bit of a bobble, but he lost 4 or 5 positions just right there.
I know the pain of that. Bobbling and losing positions.
Oh, the 88 with a strong drive down below the 42. They're side by side. Looks like they're going to have a drag race to the finish line to see who's going to take it at the line. It's going to be Mr. Williams. The 8 of Wasted coming up here to fight for position. And the 32 of LL Pin, your race winner from last night in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, but Pin is a couple laps down.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. Williams got to the inside wall. Around it goes. Big damage. Looks like it's going to be a single car incident. No caution.
I'm kind of surprised more of them didn't get involved in it.
I'm surprised as well because he spun out in front of 4 or 5 cars there. I mean, that's going to be big for Mr. Williams. He finished P2 in stage 1. You got to think he's not going to be able to replicate that here in stage 2. So back out here to the lead. It is the 48 of Captain Killam currently leading the field here. He's kind of checked out from just about everybody except for your P2 runner, the number 1 of You Already Heard back here. He's keeping about the same gap of the last 5 or 10 laps. It's still here in stage 2. There's still some adjustments to be made. But Steve-O, what can you do here in the race to close that amount of a gap between you and the P1?
Not much, really. Well, a wall being, if a damage was off, but it's not.
I'm talking adjustments-wise.
Adjustment, maybe some tire pressures. Maybe a little, take out a little wedge. I don't know what they're fighting right now.
I'll tell you somebody that I'm... Go ahead.
But I know last night I was battling a loose, then a tight race car, then finally with those last couple of cautions, I just said the hell with it and loosened it up. And it helped.
No, well, there you go. Well, they you know what they say, looser's faster. I don't know. I haven't really seen that pay out too much in Heat 4, at least on the long run. I'll tell you a guy that I've been impressed with here tonight, and that's the 10 of Jag. He finished P3 there in stage 1. He's currently running P3. Put a heck of a battle up last night in the Xfinity Series. He knows his way around this track. But he's also showing that he belongs up here in the Cup Series.
Yeah. I've been impressed with Wasted. Wasted's been...
And I cursed him.
Been
Oh,
up there.
he saves it. Okay. What about Wasted? I'm sorry.
I'm impressed with Wasted so far this season.
Wasted's definitely been fast. He jumped up here to Cup, and he showed everybody that he definitely belongs here as well. He's one of your playoff drivers. Speaking of the playoffs, this is the last race before the playoffs begin. Now, we usually race on Sundays, but we're going to take Sunday off, and we're going to start the playoffs at Richmond International Raceway, with the Xfinity guys going at it first on the 15th, and then the Cup guys are going to follow them up at the same place on the 16th.
And that Richmond is my home track, so hopefully I do good there.
Well, better put some practice in, Xfinity playoff driver.
Yeah. I mean, I love Richmond, but I just got to be careful going in 3 and 4 and not put the left sides down below that yellow line.
I'm sure it'll reach out and grab you. And was a little bit tricky there
With that pit
at
road
3 and
entry.
4.
It's
Exactly.
right there.
Playoffs,
Exactly.
Son of the Epic Boys.
Oh, Max Boost has got his sights set on Richmond as well. I mean, if you want to go up there and win a race, you better put more practice in than what you're doing now. I mean, I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, so the 48 of Captain Killam leading the field here. He now crosses the line. How many laps do we have to go here in stage 2?
Yeah, less than 20.
Okay,
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second.
no problem.
13.
So 13 to go, 12 at the line. We got Captain Killam running first. You already heard running second. There he is. Jagboy running third. I'm not sure who's running fourth. Is it Wasted?
I think it's Shadow. Shadowhawk.
Oh, Shadow's made his way back up to fourth. Look at that. He's definitely fast. If he could just keep it clean, he's going to be a competitor here. And I'll tell you what, I know LL Pin is here, and he's a couple of laps down due to damage and having to pit and getting caught a lap down and all that stuff. But he's holding his own up here with these guys.
Yeah, but I think he's on fresher tires than they are. Just
Oh, that's right. He did
laps.
pit this stage. Yep, you're right. Okay.
I mean, like, it's not to take anything away from him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it counts. Especially here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway where the tires wear down pretty fast. A guy that I'm a little bit disappointed in, I thought he showed a lot of speed here early, is that 2 Machina Kevin. Now, he's currently running approximately P6,
Seven?
P7.
Like, he got loose off exit or something off the tee.
It looks like he's got a lot of damage as well, but, I mean, he was showing that he was fast here early on. Alright, I know I just asked you, but how many laps to go? That way I'm not off sync.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, whenever he crosses the line.
Melissa goes like a New Hampshire dog leg on Joe's stream.
Oh, don't do it.
9 to go.
9 to go. So 8 at the line when our leader crosses the line. And our leader, if I can cycle through, is Captain Kill. Alright, so our leader is in the middle of 3 and 4 here. He's coming off of 4. When he crosses the line, we're going to have 8 laps to go here in stage 2. Now, all the playoff drivers are set in, and I believe the top 3 are pretty much set in stone as well. However, what is up for grabs here at the stage 2 is another playoff point. Now, playoff points, we all know, are worth their weight in gold. And looks like Captain Killam, who already cashed in stage 1, as long as everything goes right here, as he comes back to the line with 7 to go, he's going to get another playoff point.
Yep.
7 to go here in stage 2. We'll ride along with your leader here for a little bit. Let me know if you see any racing action back there, Mr. Stevo.
The like 88 and the 2 were side by side, and they made contact. Settled. Oh no, hang on. Let me get back to him.
6 to go.
And Kevin cleared crunch.
All right, let's get back there, because that is for position, I believe. All right, yeah, looks like Kevin is taking off now. Looks like Crunch is battling a little bit of a loose car just by off his bobble off of 4 there. Once again, that 32 is not for position, but Kevin, if he wants to better his finishing position here in Stage 2, he's going to have to catch that 8 of Wasted, which is right in front of that 32 that you see up there, that green 32.
Yeah, Crunch does look loose to me.
5 to go here in Stage 2. We're going to get back to your leader. Looks like there's no serious racing going on right now, which is not a bad thing per se.
Well, maybe Kevin can catch that Wasted.
Oh, Captain Kill got really tight into 3 there. Is it 4 or 3 to go? I'm sorry. I know I just said it, but I've already forgot.
Give me a second. Or 2 or 3. 4.
4 to go. All right, so 3 at the line. Oh, and I'll tell you what, he's catching that 42 of Mr. Williams up there. Now, Mr. Williams does not want to go a lap down. But even if he does, he could take the lucky dog, but still just kind of for his pride. Even though he has a lot of damage there, he's going to want to stay in the front. 3 to go here in Stage 2. Looks like Captain Kilm is entering into that second line there that J-Mons was talking about. And of course he changes it a little bit now that I start talking about it. He kind of dived a little bit lower mid-corner and then make the back stretch, well, the end of turn 4 and the back stretch as straight as he can. But he gets really high in 3 and 4. I thought he was fighting a tight race car, but he's done that for the past 4 or 5 laps. I mean, he's showing it's fast. 2 to go. Ah, there we go. I'll tell you what, Joe back there, after Captain Kilm got this little bit of a lead, Joe's pretty much kept the distance the same, so Joe's pretty fast here tonight. 1 to go here in Stage 2.
And a Shadow took over 3rd.
No, Shadowhawk's definitely fast. If he could keep it clean, he's one of the contenders that could win here tonight. He won the pole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have the 48 of Captain Kilm entering turns 3, and he's going to exit out of turn 4 for the last time here in Stage 2. Now, he's your Stage 1 winner, and it looks like if he cannot mess up a quarter of a lap, he's going to be your Stage 2 winner as well. Max playoff points so far for him here tonight. You got our top 5, sir?
It's Kilum. You already heard Shadowhawk, Jackboy, and Wasted.
Oh, well, there you go. Shadowhawk fighting his way back up here to the top. Wasted, who you called out earlier, finished at P5. All right, Steve-O, this is the last stage here. Usually that's when intensity picks up a little bit. What are we expecting to see?
That's a good question. Like, and hopefully some side-by-side racing. I mean, like, I get it. But, like, once everybody gets spread out, it's just kind of boring to watch. No offense. But...
That's cool. That's when we show a lot of skill and a lot of different lines and a lot of technical stuff comes out between the drivers. That's when everybody kind of separates themselves due to skill once they all get spread out. Somebody must have pit here before the stage was over because we're having an extended Stage 2 break. Somebody taking advantage of a little bit of strategy. All right, here we go. And Joe, talking about strategy, Joe up here, he took the lead on pit road. That Chip Ganassi Racing pit road crew Did it for him. All right, so here we go. Back to green. Joe leads the field across the line. He's going to head into one here. The 48 of Captain Killam, who's been dominant all night. He's stuck on the outside there. And don't look now, but here's the 18 of Shadowhawk. He was your pole winner, and he led the first 20 laps or so before he caused himself to wreck. It is a hornet's nest back here on this restart. As the 42 of Mr. Williams is going to try to take up a couple of positions. He finished strong there in stage one. Jackboy getting in the wall there, but he's going to be able to collect himself and keep it rolling. The one of you already heard is trying to stay out front with everything that he has, but that 18 of Shadowhawk has got a target set on his back bumper.
And he dives it down underneath.
It looks like he's going to be able to clear him here. Let's see if the 18 takes that aggressive inside lane.
Yep.
And he does, but Joe's going to get that momentum off the exit here. The same line that Max and Mons were sitting here talking about. Joe's into the wall. Oh, just a couple of inches there, and he messes up the exit. And the 18 of Shadowhawk is going to resume his lead from stage one. Now he's going to click off some laps here. Now Joe, he's not done yet. He knows that he messed up. Nobody else's fault but his own. That's going to fire him up here to try to take back this lead.
He dives underneath him.
Oh, he let out smartly so, because he went in hot there in turn 3.
He's going to drill him if he didn't.
And here comes the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. Let me cycle through to him. Looks like he's going to battle for the lead here. Nope, the Shadowhawk is going to be able to pull away a little bit. Now the 48 of Captain Killam putting pressure on the 88. Looks like they are going to be side by side down the backstretch. Oh, and the 88 is going to be able to keep him off. This 88 is really fast on the short run. If we get a late race caution, keep an eye out for him.
Hey, but also keep an eye out, like if people at the pit, like if there is a late race caution, if people stay out, people pit. Because I mean, those fresh tires do make a hell of a lot of difference.
Well, definitely a bunch of different strategies will come into play, just like it did last night in the Xfinity race. Oh, it looks like the 88 barely brushed the wall, but he's going to be able to keep a hold of it. Oh, the 48 drove it in there. There wasn't contact until about mid-corner, but he's going to stay behind him there. Oh, the 18 of Shadowhawk hit the wall on exit. It wasn't enough for him to wreck, but it let the 88 catch right back up to him. That lead that he had gained on these cars have all of a sudden vanished. Here goes the 88 using that apron on exit like we mentioned earlier. The 48, something that we hadn't seen all of stage 2, sitting there having to battle traffic. Alright, everybody watching. Usually I don't do this because I kind of find it a little bit corny. But who do y'all think is going to win this race? We've had a lot of comers and goers. Shadowhawk has been very fast when he's been out front, but he's kind of had some self-inflicted wounds. The 48's led a lot of laps. The 1 car's led some laps. As we see, the 88 is fast here on the short run. I mean, this is a little bit of a toss-up. The 42 of Mr. Williams finished P2 in stage 1, and he's making his way back through the stage. Who in the world is going to win the race tonight? Steve, I'm going to ask you, but I'm also going to ask everybody that's watching. Just go ahead and type it in the comment box there real quick. Now, Steve, who's your pick?
Like my pick is definitely a Shadowhawk. If he can keep it clean, like he's the one to beat. But I know that a 48 is really fast too. But I think that like 18 has the edge on him.
The 18's really fast, and he's very fast when he is clean and he hits his lines. But I mean, we've already seen him cause himself hardship twice. Once in stage 1, once in stage 2. This feels like a you already heard type of race, where he's running top 3 all night, and then something happens in that last 20 to 30 laps where he just hits another gear, and then all of a sudden he goes up there and he passes the guy for the lead with like 5 laps to go. and it's just insane. I don't know. I think my money's on Joe. If it's not the 48, of course, because he's been dominant all night. But I'll put my money on Joe.
Hey, that's a safe bet.
But he's currently running 4th.
Yeah. I mean, if he can maintain this distance, it could be a strategy on who gets to pit road the best or the fastest.
All right. Well, apparently the people watching did not like my my call for comments because we did not get one. So here we go. Oh, that 48's catching the 18. Let me cycle back over to them. They might have a battle for the lead here soon. Oh, what view do we want to watch? We want to watch this one. All right, so the 18 of Shadowhawk currently in the lead, but that 48 showed that he was fast. All of Stage 1. He was your Stage 1, well, half of Stage 1. He was your Stage 1 winner. All of Stage 2 also won Stage 2. Now he is right on the back bumper of this 18. I mean, once again, this 18 is really fast in clean air, and when he hits his lines cleanly, but maybe he makes another mistake.
Almost a bumper.
Oh, and the 48's inside.
The 18 got loose.
And there's that little mistake, that little bobble. That was big enough for the 48 to open up the door. He's going to have the preferred lane down here on the bottom. The 18's going to go up the track a little bit too high. And the 48 is going to clear the 18 there on exit.
Oh, the 18's right there.
Oh, the 18's not done yet. He looked down to the inside. Is he going to get inside of the 48? And I don't know if he's... He was? Wow, great camera angle there, 704. I appreciate you. What a power move by that 18 and 3 and 4. My goodness. And here comes the 48 battling right back. These guys are not done yet. All right, we did get a comment, Mr. Nate Lewis. Give me the 48. Got it done at Watkins Glen. He'll do it again.
Run out of gas.
And he passed this 18, who's currently leading right there on the last turn of Watkins Glen. What a finish! So, oh, and he's all over the back bumper of him. Oh, he's got a better. Oh, the middle of the corner was better to the 48. The 18 looks like he's going to get a better run off the corner. And the 88's just back there. Oh, the 18's loose off.
Where's the fucking bumper at?
The 88 is back there just stalking these guys, hoping that they make a mistake, maybe bump into each other a little bit, maybe get into a little wreck, and then he's going to take advantage.
The way they're racing, like, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Let's see what else we got. Is that Gator Mike running third? Gator running fourth.
I know
Excuse
Gator
me.
was up there. I don't know if he's in third or fourth.
So Gator Mike has battled back after getting some damage there in stage 2. That was a little bit questionable. Currently running fifth. What are you doing, Joe? You're gonna lose me some money. Let's get back to that lead because actually he's not driving away, and I don't want to miss any of this.
Like, I think a 48 is better center off than the 18.
Man, I'll tell you what, these guys, both of these guys are fast.
Bumper. Maybe. Come on. Like, I have it on Killen's hood cam.
Yeah, well, both of these guys are fast, and they're keeping up right with each other here. We're about 10 to 15 laps here into stage 3, and these guys are separated by not even half a car.
Pull with Denny Hamlin and just shove him through the corner.
Oh, good Lord. Maybe Big Jim's watching and caught that one. Nah, he's probably on Joe's stream.
Killen's inside.
He's there now. He's got the bumper. He's at the quarter panel. Killen's there. He's on the inside. I don't know if the 18 saw him. I'm not sure if the 18 saw him. A little bit of contact there made going into 1. Now the 18's going to get that momentum off the high lane. And he's going to be able to pull him down the backstretch.
The 48 got loose off of exit.
The 48 might have also let him go there a little bit. I'm not sure. It was kind of one of those they met in the middle type deals. I'm not sure that the 18 saw that he was there.
It wasn't intentional.
No, absolutely not. And but I think the 48 was trying to run the best line that he could get, and I'm not sure the 18 saw him. Oh, but this 88, I'm surprised this 88's hanging with these top 3 pack. I mean, we know that he's really fast on the short run, but he's not letting these two guys go. That's showing that they're the class of the field tonight.
He made an adjustment to keep up with them.
Oh, looks like the 18 got a little bit too high here in 3 and 4, but he's going to take advantage of that momentum off. All right, how many laps we got to go left in the race?
I don't know. Give me a minute, because the judge just coming on the line.
No problem.
52.
52 laps.
and they had 23 laps left on fuel.
Oh, that's
If
interesting.
the tires can hold out that long.
So that means they're going to have to pit twice here. If oh, we got a caution.
I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't know. The 42's got some damage on the right side. I'm not sure if that's why the caution came out. I don't see a clear reason why there was a caution. Oh, the 3's got a ton of damage. Oh my goodness. You gotta think he may have been involved. Alright, well, there goes that. After these caution laps tick off and they come down and assuming that they fill up their tanks, they're still gonna have to pit one time after this. But I was gonna say they're gonna have to pit twice.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, well they still got they're gonna have to pit once after this, yeah. But before this caution, they were gonna have to pit twice because, well, I don't know. Anyway, we're going back green. So we got the 88.
88 beat everybody out.
Lieutenant Crutch on some strategy. And now that 48 also passed the 18 on pit road. All right, so the 88 to Hendrick.
Like I know it wasn't intentional, but it was kind of funny.
So the two Hendrick teammates starting off this restart. P1, P2, the 48 of Captain Kilm takes the lead here. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch right behind him. Now that 18 and that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry. He knows he's fast. He knows he could get back to the front. And then back here we got two Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet Camaros going at it. And they all make it out of that corner somehow without wrecking. Got the 48 leading it down here into turn one. Looks like a little bit of a long snake going on here. Everybody playing a little bit of follow the leader.
And the 88 side by side with maybe.
Oh, he's definitely still there. So the 88's inside of that 48. Oh, the 48 drove it into 3 there. He's going to get the momentum coming off of 4.
18's trying to shoot the gap.
My goodness, what a turn by the 48. And the 18's going to follow him right through. And he clears the 88. What a corner by the 18. And the 00 clears the 88. He also had a good corner. Goodness. Oh, here comes the battle. Now, we saw the 48 trying to chase down the 18, but now the 18 is going to have to try to chase down the 48. Let's see if we can't get a good camera angle for that. That 48 loves that extremely high lane going into 3 and getting this momentum coming off of 4. The 00 and the 88 are sitting there back here battling for P3. 42 of Mr. Williams and the 2 of Kevin. Side by side. He pushed Kevin out of the groove there a little bit. Looks like Mr. Williams is going to try to take advantage of that. And he clears him.
And it looked like the 42 shoved Joe into the corner just a little bit. It could have been the braking difference, but...
Let's slide along with the 42 here for a little bit. He's about mid-pack, so we can still see the action up there in the front. And here's where all the racing's going on back here as the 2 of Kevin makes his way past the 42. Oh, 42 using the apron here a little bit.
Killing overdrove the entry.
Oh, let's get back up here to the lead.
But he's going to clear the 18 off. So.
No, here comes... Oh, yeah, the 48's... He's going to be able to run his line and get a huge run off down the back stretch. Yeah. But P3, Gator Mike. On the 88, Captain Lieutenant Crunch battling right back with that 00 Gator Mike. This is a really good battle for third back here. Oh, they almost made contact going into 1.
I mean, it's a good battle, like all over the place.
The 42 of Mr. Williams out of the line. I think he brushed the wall there a little bit, but he's going to be able to collect it back. No wreck, no caution. All right, we're going to ride along with Kevin here a little bit. Oh, he missed the entry to 3. Oh, commentator curse. Come on, Kevin.
Well, you also gave Joe a commentator curse, too.
Oh, there's a good race coming back here between Wasted and the 42 of Mr. Williams. Looks like the 42 is going to be able to clear him off down the back stretch. Not exactly sure for what position, but they're definitely battling hard. A 32 of LL Penn, you got to think he may be back on the lead lap. I'm not sure how many laps he was down, but you would think he got a lap back there with that caution.
It looks like a Jag Boy's falling off because he was third back in stage 2, and now he's in the back.
Maybe a little bit of commentator curse with that, too. It looks like he's very, very loose. I don't know, maybe he tried to free his car up a little bit, try to get another 10th out of it. Just went a little bit too far. So it seems here out front, whoever can get out front between the 48 and the 18 is just who's going to be better during that run. Because the 48 here, it's not quite, I would say, pulling away, but he's definitely keeping his gap between him and the 18. And we all know and we all saw when the 18 gets to the front, it's almost impossible to pass him as well. Let's ride along with Gator Mike here for a little bit. Gator Mike making his way up to P3. Give him a little bit of love in that yellow and pink Chevrolet Camaro.
It kind of reminds me of that Country Time Bobby Hamilton car from back in the day.
Yeah, just that big old tub that came with a scoop. You mix, yeah. Good stuff. Oh, the 48.
18's he's there. Ooh, it's going to be a drag race.
Let's get back up there. I should have stayed on Gator Mike. He had a pretty good view of it. Oh, and here comes the 18 now. Oh, the 48's going to get his line here in 1 and 2. He's got to recollect himself and start running that same line that he likes to run. But they're side by side down the backstretch. The 18 still at the bumper of the 48 as they go into 3. Now the 48 loves running this. Oh, is he going to pull off a slide job? No, he's not. He's going to keep it down there.
Like he might off exit.
And now the 18, he definitely cleared it. What a corner that was. What a turn 3 and 4 by the 18 of Shadowhawk. Not only did he take the lead, but he cleared him by a car length or two. Now it's up to the 48 to prove that he could pass the 18 back. So the 18's already answered my question earlier. Can he pass the 48? Well, apparently he can. There goes the 48 running his line into 3 and 4. See if he can't get a run.
Shadowhawk, I would take away the 48's line. Force him to do something else.
Yeah, 48's definitely preferred that middle to high groove all night long. I don't think I've seen him run the bottom too much. That Shadowhawk uses the apron there to get around that corner a little bit. All right, Steve, how many laps we got left in this race?
34, 33, something like that. And I mean, they're on that 116.
Okay. So 33 at the line?
Yeah.
Well, now 32 at the line, I guess?
No, it's going to be a 33 at the line.
All right, so 33 laps remaining to decide who is going to win the final race of the regular season. Right now, Shadowhawk is putting up a good resume. Oh, and he hits the wall. The old commentator curse strikes again. As the 48 gets inside of the 18. He's down to his door. The 48 is going to dive it in there. They're going to be side by side here in turn 1 and 2. The 48 is going to clear the 18 coming off of 2. My goodness. Oh, the 18's not done yet. He's going to have the momentum down the back. The 48's still there, though. Oh, he let him go here a little bit. And the 48's still battling back. My goodness, what a battle we have for the lead here as the 48 clears the 18. He's going to lead this lap.
I mean, if they keep it up, I think Gator Mike could catch him.
Oh, Gator Mike loves seeing this. Now, I think I see a little bit of damage to the right side of this 18 Toyota Camry. That was a pretty good lick there coming off of 4. Of course, the camera's not going to pan over that way, but I think I saw a little bit of damage. There we go. No, maybe. Well, yeah, the hood's buckled up a little bit on the right side of that 18. Let's see how that affects his handling. So once again, a self-inflicted I don't know, damage caused by the 18. He did it in stage 1, he did it in stage 2, and here we are again, here in stage 3. He's been fast all night when he's clean and is able to run his line. Just a little bit of, self-inflicted harm. That's the word I was looking for. Caused by the 18 here tonight. Oh, he got really loose off of four.
And he
My
almost
goodness.
hit that wall. Instead of
Wow.
Kevin got loose there.
He saved it, don't get me wrong, but he lost a lot of time saving that car coming off of four. It was almost a lot of damage, so a lot of credit goes to that 18 for keeping it off the wall, but that hurts his chance, at least here with about 25 laps to go.
For the time being.
Yeah, I think about 25, somewhere in there, between 25 and 28. I don't have a ticker, so we're halfway winging it.
It's coming to 28 at the line.
Okay. So they just passed the line, so 28 to go. Gator Mike took advantage of that. He's currently running P2. We haven't really called his name out much at all tonight as far as the top 5 goes, or at least in Stage 1 and Stage 2. He's kind of battled back. He went down there in the Stage 2 break, repaired his car after that kind of odd-looking contact that he made with the outside wall. But now he's showing that that damage has not brought over into Stage 3 because he's running P2 here. Oh, I'll tell you, somebody that does have a lot of damage on their car, that's the 10 of Jackboy. That might be why he's running back here. He's got a lot of damage on that Ford Mustang. And somebody who's having a disappointing night, I know he practiced a lot here today. That 42 of Mr. Williams and that McDonald's scheme. He finished P2 here in Stage 1, grabbed some stage points. But he's running back here close to the back. I'm not exactly sure what position with Jagboy. And in the meantime, the 18 of Shadowhawk has taken the P2 position back away from the 00 of Gator Mike as he drives into 3. He's going to have to reset his sights on that 48. And I tell you what, it's going to be very hard to catch this 48. And then once you catch him, get past him. So that 18 has got a lot of work ahead of him as we have about 25 laps to go here in the race.
And Joe, Jagboy, and Keenance, they're all on pit road.
Also, a little bit of pit strategy starting to come into play here. Once again, like he said, Keenance, Jagboy, and you already heard, a.k.a. Joe, on pit road. We're going to stay right here. Let's cycle over to Joe. There we go. Was that the double zeros on pit road? It looks like the 2 of Kevin's coming to pit road as well. Pit road is open for business. We must be inside the fuel window here. I believe the first taker is this one machine of you already heard. As he's coming off of pit road now. This is such a slim pit road exit. My goodness, he barely kept it off the track.
But in the meantime, the front 2 stayed out.
So that's going to come into play. Now, Steve-O, tell me, what's the difference between pitting a little bit early here and staying out for the long run?
It's a short run versus the long run. The longer you stay out, like you'll have the tires at the end, but the people that have pitted now, they're going to have the tires to make up about a second, maybe a half second. I don't know what the fall off is times really. Like these guys are making up time on them.
So our top 2 guys are still out here. They must feel pretty good about their lap times, even compared to fresh tires, and for them to be staying out this long. Now, this would be huge if a caution were to come out right now. All these guys would be that have already pit would be stuck a lap down.
Well, I mean, didn't they get that free pass and the wave around and all that?
Well, then they'd still be on older tires. At least 3 or 4 or 5 laps older tires compared to these guys that would pit and stay on the lead lap. Well, we got dirt in the air from somebody. I don't know. No wreck, no caution. That 18's getting really loose. You got to think they're going to come down to pit road here soon.
Yeah, you would think.
How long can you stay out? I mean, not like numbers wise, but how long can you stay out here on this strategy without giving up too much time, Steve-O?
I mean, like, I would pit, like, within the next couple of laps. Without giving up too much time.
I got to agree with you here. We know that the tire fall off here is huge at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And it actually looks like the 18's catching the 48 here a little bit, but just a reminder, just about the whole field has already pit. They're all on fresh tires. They're making up time, and it looks like the 18's slowing. I was wrong. He's going to stay out. He's catching that 48.
Maybe a 48 saving his tires. I don't know.
He could be, but
I mean,
if
I
I'm the
know they
18,
can almost make it to the end, and maybe maybe that's what they're going to try to do. I don't
know. This 18's running all out. If I'm the 18, that 48's a little bit of fool's gold for me because it looks like I'm catching him, and I know he's been fast all night. But once again, I know I've already mentioned it 2 or 3 times, but these guys on fresher tires are making up a lot of time. Speaking of fresher tires, the 42 of Mr. Williams on pit road. He's going to come down and get him some fresh Goodyears. This 18 is definitely catching this 48. This gap has shrunk tremendously. Oh, he got really loose off of 2.
And maybe the 48's just saving his, knowing, like, maybe that's what the 48's going to try to do.
Maybe you got to think this 18. That warning, he's not going to pit now either. I would have taken that really loose off of 2. Yeah, you're too loose. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm not his crew chief, but you gotta think the crew chief's yelling in his ear. If you don't come down pit road, you're going to wreck.
But I want to win this race. Do what the 48 does. If he's doing that, chase him down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The 48 could have been conserving tires this whole time, but I've been on the 18 for a while. He's been running all out, so he's not conserving anything. How many laps left do we go? Do you know?
I will tell you when Joe comes across.
Yeah, no problem. And it'll be 1 lap less than that because he's a lap down.
They're coming 18, so they're on 17 to go. About to be 16.
All right, so they're coming to 16. And the 48. Oh, and he did do what the 48 does. Oh, you got to think that 18 was sitting there watching and waiting and seeing when the 48 came down pit road, and he was just going to copy his strategy. Now, 00 Gator Mike, has he pit yet?
Yes. He has.
Okay, because he passed these guys, but I'm assuming it's not for first. Not yet. I'm going to stay on Gator Mike here because if he can make it around the track before these guys get off pit road.
Fifth, according to the stream.
Oh, who's in third?
The 88.
Oh, let's find the 88 then.
I think. I don't know. I can't really tell.
Okay, I'm going to try to find the 88.
48's down the way.
Captain Killen beating the 18 off pit road by a mile. Did he only take 2? The 18's still on pit road. Did the 18 speed?
I don't know. Or maybe the 48 didn't take but 2. I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't think the 18 sped because he's now coming off here. But that's a huge gap between the 18 and the 48. It's possible that the 48 only took 2. Oh, and he's out of control. Oh, you're going to have to collect that.
Who?
The 48, he came into 3 and 4 there, and he smoked the wall on the outside. He may have took 2, and now his car's handling a little bit different than what he's used to all night.
Oh, yeah, they do handle different.
Do we know who's the leader? Because Gator Mike is right behind the 48 now.
I honestly can't tell you.
Can we see if it's the 48? What is Joe's? How high?
And Joe's back in 7th, so
The highest he can
I'm
go.
assuming it's probably the 48.
Well, hold on. Captain Killen has a stream. Let me pull up Captain Killen's stream. Because this whole pit strategy thing, I'm not sure what we're looking for. Live stream. Captain Killen, where are you? There you are. Lieutenant Crutch is currently your leader, followed by Wasted in second. Captain Killen running third. Well, Captain Killen now running second because he passed Wasted on pit road. But Lieutenant Crutch and that 88 is your current leader. He's 11 seconds in front of him, too. He must be on strategy. So here's your leader, that 88 of Lieutenant Crutch. He's definitely taking it easy. I think he's on a little bit of strategy here. But as we come back to about 10 laps to go, he might be able to hold on.
Or maybe Crunch hasn't pitted. I don't know that.
All right, so on Captain Killen's stream, he just passed with 13 to go. Captain Killen just passed. I believe we have 12 to go. Could be wrong. That's the great guessing game that we always play.
Thanks to 704. Shout out to 704.
It's always a guessing game. But I believe we have 12. Now it'll be 11 at the line. If Lieutenant Crutch, which you got to believe he came down and took 2 tires or didn't pit yet, maybe. He saw that maybe he could make it and just backed way off. If he can hold on for another 11 laps, he's going to win his first Cup Series league race in his career.
Oh, really, mate?
And that, I feel like that would be a very exciting interview to have with him. As he rounds this corner now with 10 to go. Let's see if I can't get a time distance.
He's probably just
if I can't kill him.
praying, no caution, no caution, no caution.
Oh, that's the last thing he wants to see right now. All right, so Captain Killam has gotten the lead down to 7.5 seconds. Captain Killam is in that 48 is currently running second to this 88 that we have the camera on. Lieutenant Crunch is currently leading. He's coming back to the line this next time with, is it 9 to go now? I'll see on this stream. I don't want to get it wrong for you guys. Let's see.
And Joe's on 10 to go.
All right, so Killam is on 10. So, yeah, so when Lieutenant Crunch here passes the line, 9 to go here in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 9 laps for Lieutenant Crunch to hold off Captain Killam, who, when they came out the road, had 11-second lead. Now that is down to 6.9 seconds.
Richmond is going to be legit.
It's going to be close.
This is going to be very close. We might not have another Watkins Glen moment here where Captain Killam passes him at the line. But in the meantime, we have 8 laps to go. Let's see if Lieutenant Crunch can't hold on to it. A little bit of strategy coming into play, man. I love races where strategy comes into play because you always interject maybe a new winner that you may not have seen coming.
And I mean, you gotta feel bad for Shadowhawk though if he got caught speeding or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. He was definitely he's definitely on pit road a lot longer than Captain Killam. We have 7 laps to go here in this race, and the lead is down to 5.4 seconds. Oh, Lewis said the 48 only took 2 tires. He saw it on his stream, but.
Nice.
How in the world did this 88 get an 11-second lead? Has he not pit? Does he have to pit?
No, I haven't even seen him because I was watching just Killam's and Shadow.
All right, we have 6 laps to go in this race, and as you can now see on this stream, on the camera, we can now see that 48 slowly creeping up.
Yep.
Oh, how did the 88 save it there? My goodness. All right, so on Captain Killam's stream, he's got that lead down to 4.1 seconds.
And what is that, about half straight away? 3/4, something like that?
I mean, that's what it about looks like. And we have 5 laps to go. 4 seconds. 5 laps to go. Lieutenant Crunch in the lead, trying to get his first ever Cup Series League win. With only 5 laps to go. You could count him on one hand, Steve-O. He's that close. All he's got to do is fend off the racer that's won the most races this season. I mean, that's no big deal, right?
Just race your line, Crunch. That's all you got to do. You got to clear track.
All right, so we have 4 laps to go here when he crosses the line, and Captain Killam has shrunk the lead down to 3.2 seconds. With 4 laps to go, this is going to be a photo finish. He's catching him about right under a second a lap. And we have, 3.5 laps to go now.
So he should be there about 1 to 2 to go.
Now let's see if this car back here impedes Captain Killam at all. I'm not exactly sure who that is. No, he just got out of his way. All right.
Smart thing to do.
So you see it. Lieutenant Crunch currently leading the race, trying to win his first ever League Series Cup
Come on, Crunch, hang
race.
in there, homie.
I think he's got 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go, and the lead from Lieutenant Crunch up or back to Captain Killam. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Has stabilized at 3.5 seconds. Maybe Lieutenant Crunch was saving a little bit. Now he's put the gas back to it. As we got 2 laps to go when he hits the line here. Lieutenant Crunch.
Got it.
He's going to steal this. If he doesn't mess up, he's going to steal it.
Lieutenant Crunch with 1 lap to go. The lead is down to 3 seconds, but that's not going to be enough. I mean, that's too much.
2 tires just taking over. If he had 4, hell, I don't know.
I'm not sure what happened here, Lieutenant Crunch. This is going to be a good interview. I mean, did he stay out? Did he just save this whole time?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Captain
Because I
Killam.
know I was doing that in the Xfinity race, thinking that we were going to go green the whole way.
Captain Killam's got it down to 2.2 seconds according to his stream. But we have 1 to go, presented by Credit One Bank. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. One last time. We've ran 152 times around here. He only has to do it half a more time as he enters into turn 3 for the last time here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and this Foxwoods Resort and Casino 301. He's going to try to take this Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet to victory lane as he clears off of turn 4. And you have the first Cup Series League win for Lieutenant Crunch in that 88 Chevrolet Camaro.
Dude, congratulations.
His Hendrick Motorsports
awesome
teammate and Captain Killam in that 48 is going to finish second. Do we have it a top 5? Because I don't know who's third.
Shadow's third, Gator fourth, and Joe's in fifth.
My goodness. Strategy coming into play here tonight. What a win. Let me back out of here so I can get our race winner in the lobby.
All right, Crunch, way to go, bud. Great race and commentary.
Looks like we got a lot of Lieutenant Crunch fans in the comments section. All right, Steve, while I get Lieutenant Crunch here in the lobby, talk about what you saw here in this race. Keep going. I gotta find him. I don't see him on. There he is. He's just not signed on. He's got himself as logged off. All right, so I finally found our race winner on my friends list. He got it set to where he shows offline, so I had to look there a little bit. But we got that invite sent out to that number 88 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. My goodness, man. I mean, he's not in here yet, but my goodness, he was not one that I would expect to win the race. However, he was fast on the short run, but then he showed a little bit of long run
Patience.
Yeah, Sapacious, maybe he backed off. I'm not sure exactly what he did. I'm hoping he joins us here soon so I can ask him exactly that. And we have our race winner, Lieutenant Crunch, in the lobby. Now, simple question first, Lieutenant. How are you feeling?
Oh my god, it's about time I get invited in here first. Oh, that feels good. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Yeah, that was stressful.
Now, Lieutenant, I got to tell you, man, we were excited up here for you because, for one, when the pit road cycle had cycled through, we had no clue who the leader was. I had to pull up Captain Crunch's stream. Then I found out, or Captain Killam, my goodness, I'm sorry. And I found out that Lieutenant Crunch was in the lead. I was like, what's going on here? So tell me exactly how in the world did you get an 11-second lead after the pit cycle was cycled through over Captain Killam, who was running P1 when it all started?
Well, when the pit came out like a couple laps into the last stage there, and I think I was running fourth behind Gator, Shadow, and Killam, and I had a decent car, but I couldn't pass. I was just stuck. Like, I knew there was nothing I could do, and I kind of looked and was like, that's like about 6 laps. I might be able to do it if I start right now. So I slowly started backing off and was trying to make it so no one knew. Kevin got into me because I let off way too early going into one of the turns, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just loose then, that's all. I'm trying to, baby it, but really I was just trying to save as bad as I could. And then that cycle happened, and I saw I was 11 seconds up, and I actually saved more than plenty. I had like 2 to 3 laps left there at the end, but that wasn't what I was worried about. He was coming quick, and my tires were gone. I went across that line with like 4% on the right rear, and that was just stressful. Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to make it or not.
Well, there you go. Strategy call definitely came into play here tonight, man. What a right call that you did make, obviously, because you won the race. But I was sitting there watching. I was like, did he pit? I don't think he pit. No. Steve-O, any questions for our race winner?
Like, what kind of momentum does this do for you heading into the playoffs?
Oh, it just, definitely momentum. Like, morale's up. That's good. But then these are points for the, points to the playoffs, and that's always a big boost going into the first round. Just a little bit of comfort. But I didn't go in tonight thinking this was going to be my race at all whatsoever. I really didn't. I wasn't that worried about it because I was already locked in. I was like, I'll just kind of run my laps tonight. Then the cards kind of fell the way they did, where I was like, you know what, I can. That's the other thing that made it possible too, is I knew I was locked in. I could make a call where I was either going to finish last or first, you know, and it just worked out. So I'm happy it did.
Well, it definitely worked out here, Lieutenant Crunch. My goodness, how many races you have ran where you were just dominant all night and just something happened where you just weren't quite able to put it all together. But then here a night, well, you were quick on the short run, but here a night that you weren't up there with the 48, with the 18, with the 1. But you pulled away the win, man. Congratulations. That's all that matters. It's not how many laps you lead, just as long as you lead the last one. Now,
Yep.
Lieutenant, anybody you want to call out here?
Just it was great racing from the group here. My girlfriend's probably going to whip up a strawberry daiquiri, hopefully, and you know, she deals with me racing on here. I'm sure she doesn't like it, and she, you know, but you know, she doesn't look too mad when I tell her I'm getting on, so it's all good. So.
Well, there you go, a little bit of leniency, and maybe you can get yourself a little victory strawberry daiquiri. Now, sir, I know you would like to stay, but if you could politely leave. I know you're not ready to go, but we need to get your Hendrick Motorsports teammate in here because he finished second.
And yeah, it was a great race. Thank you, guys. I'll let you go.
All right, take care, man.
I could hear the excitement in his voice. He was really excited.
Oh, it's adrenaline. Once that adrenaline comes down, too, man, it's a.
Yeah.
I was going to say the B word. It's a ride. So we got our runner-up invited. Why are their names so close to each other? I almost called him Lieutenant Killer. I don't know. Captain Kill'em is on his way. Yeah, goodness. Lieutenant Kill'em. All right. Yeah. All right, so we got a runner-up finisher in here driving that 48 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. Captain Kill'em. Now, usually I interview you first, but here we are interviewing you as the runner-up. How you feeling, man?
Well, somewhat disappointed. I mean, I figured I was going to win that one after leading most of it, but I got to give it to Crunch. That was a hell of a strategy he pulled off.
Well, definitely strategy reigns supreme here tonight. He's got his first Cup Series League race win, man. I mean, what a night for that camp. Talking about the playoffs here real quick, I mean, besides getting the 5 points on the win, you won Stage 1, you won Stage 2. That's 2 playoff points for next week going to Richmond. How does that feel?
Feels good. I think I have a pretty decent cushion, so as long as I stay consistent in my finishes, I feel confident about making it at least to the next round. So.
Well, there you go. How do you feel about Richmond? Is that one of your strong suits?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Steve-O, any questions?
Speaking of playoffs, say like if you were to make it to the Homestead, who do you think will be your main competition there?
Let's see, the 4 that are going to make it to Homestead. If I make it, I think Hurd will make it. The rest of the guys, it's a real close race between all of them. I think every one of them has a legitimate shot. If I had to pick 2 of them, I'm gonna pick Kevin and Crunch because they've raced up front quite a bit this season. So I'd be more confident in their ability to get it done. But you know how these things go, man. Every race is different and crazy things happen, so we'll see how it plays out.
Well, there you go. And now if we do like we did last season and we ask for your early predictions, don't y'all go copying Captain Kill'em now to try to get some money and that gift card, that PlayStation gift card like we gave away last year. Now, Captain Kill'em, you already know what to do, man. Who do you want to shout out?
Shout out to Draven Cobra. I wish you'd have been in this one. You might have made the playoffs. And hell yeah, brother, going to the playoffs.
There you go. All right, so this was the last race of the regular season here in the North American eRacing League Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. The next time you see these guys on the track, we're going to be in the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes, playoffs. We're going to Richmond International Raceway. Now, we usually race on Monday nights here in the Cup Series, but we're going to take a race off, get these guys a little bit of extra preparation heading into the playoffs. We'll see you back here Wednesday for the Xfinity guys to take on Richmond International Raceway. And then the big boys, the Cup Series, following them right after that at 8:45. You already know the place because you're already here. Thank you for joining. Have a good night.